What the? Okay, we're back to chapter 1.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path...
Are we really
is a
starting over, or
cabin.
do we still have the skeptic and the cold?
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, we really are back to the start. What the fuck? Okay. Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Slaying a princess.
I mean, I do live in a monarchy, but
a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress. If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
they absolutely do. I guess we're just doing another run now. Hi. Welcome back. Okay. We're gonna have to try something completely different now, just to see what happens. Do I get some sort of reward? Have you considered? Maybe I'm okay. Forget it, I'm not doing this. Can't someone else do this? Let's try being a coward about it. Can't someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Okay. Forget it. I'm not doing
Are you
this.
serious? No, you have to do it.
Look. Okay, no. Okay, now I don't even get the choice to actually leave. Oh, wait, I can. I can turn around and leave.
Seriously?
Yes.
You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
No. I'll go to the cabin. Maybe I'll slay her. Maybe I won't. Yes, I definitely know where I'm going. Nope. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. Wow. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I don't think anybody knows what they're talking about. This whole thing is incredibly cryptic.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to
You're
the
such a
cabin.
dick!
How
Okay.
convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Turn around again and leave
Really
again.
keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Mm-hmm. Good, maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into this. I don't care, I'm not killing a princess. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into
Stakes
this.
and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that.
Did you just call me immature? Wow, okay.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
I sure do.
Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition.
Would
or
you look at that?
astrology,
You're
but
being
I
an
have to
ass.
say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Seems like you're doing your best. Oh yeah? Well, I guess I'll start walking a different direction. Again. In fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who has ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Uh-huh.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen.
Oh yeah?
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar
music
wooden
glitch.
structures through the leaves. But as
Oh!
you focus on your surroundings, you
I
start
think
to
I remember
realize
this.
that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on?
That's a really good goddamn question.
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate
I
of
kind
the
of do.
world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Chapter 2, The Stranger. Alright, well then.
You're on a path in the woods.
What voice did I get this
and
time?
at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Oh, there's walls now.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting it. Okay, no. What the hell is she? Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks. Let's see. Those walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go to the cabin. If I can't run away from the cabin, then I'm just staying in the woods forever. I'm gonna keep being defiant. Let's see what happens if I keep being defiant.
Oh, that's clever. A little boring, though.
Oh, voice of the contrarian, huh?
It's extremely boring.
Yes.
Can we really do that? Can we really just do nothing? No, you can't just do nothing. You have to do something.
Do I, though?
Right, so it's decided. Even if it's boring, we're going to do nothing forever.
The contrarian is very chipper about this.
Congratulations. You continue to waste everyone's time and do nothing. Wait, can you still hear me?
Am I just dying now? Just
What
by
is
sitting
that
here?
weird feeling? It's like I'm barely even here anymore.
Oh,
Well, it's not nothing, that's for sure. Does that mean we messed up?
probably. I guess I'm just dying now. Fun. The world around you is unwound. Its physical matter replaced by a textured nothing. You find yourself in the long quiet once again, and memory returns. There is a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. You already know what dwells in the empty spaces. Oh, hi. Is the princess gonna cuss me out for this? Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Confusion. Why are you here? I am unfinished. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. It is useless to us if it doesn't bring more gifts. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back. Not there. Regret. This world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A wagging finger. There's only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am your only salvation. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods.
So that's basically the game
And at the
saying,
end of
fuck
that
you, buddy.
path
You have to
is
do
a cabin.
something.
And
Cool. We're doing all this again. All right. Okay. What approach do we try now? How about we be way too excited about this? Just right away. Sweet. I've always wanted to offer Monarch. Viva la revolution.
That's the spirit.
Thanks, narrator.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
The interior of the cabin is almost into the blade is your imp.
Yep. It sure will. I'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
Into the basement. Let's just be like super chipper and way too eager to
Door
do
to
this.
the basement creaks open.
Yeah.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it.
Uh-huh. Hi!
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Okay. Stabby.
Walk downstairs and lock eyes with the princess.
I'm losing my
There's
fucking
a heavy
mind.
chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so focused on the task.
Shut up.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you.
That isn't a good idea. Just drop the knife, and maybe the two of us can talk things out.
Mm-hmm.
She's right, we shouldn't. We should just drop the blade. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Aw, but I want to kill a monarch. Tighten my grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
I don't know, you were a lot more scary as a ghost/water zombie.
You step forward, your grip on the blade
Or the part where you
tightening
tried
as
to
you
choke me
steel
with a
your
chain. That was
resolve.
pretty creepy.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
The knife in my hand?
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Okay.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Is that so?
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
What if she isn't bluffing? Are you sure she's not armed? I'm sorry. I'm not dropping the blade. Drop the blade. I'm not dropping it.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Slay the princess.
Doubt,
here
unfortunately,
we go.
clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
Oh, my jaw!
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone
I
grinding
wanna
on bone
be
where your jaw has been.
Your sledgehammer. Sorry, I'm really losing my mind. I can't even take it seriously anymore.
Holy shit,
Well, at
that
this-
hurts.
That still gets me.
Though she's unarmed, the
Ow!
shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing.
Oh, yeah?
Your blade slashes through the air again and again.
I like that she's
and her
kicking.
fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit.
I love these comic book panels.
We can still turn this around.
Can we, though? Give up, finish the job, or flee and lock her in the basement. Finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably
She's
won't
chained
make it out
up
of
and
here
still
alive,
putting up a hell of a
but you can
fight.
at least
This is,
make sure that she won't make it out of here.
This doesn't bode well for my combat capabilities.
Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job.
Oh, that's cool.
The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Well, that sucks.
Oh.
Woof.
The two
Didn't
of
expect
you
that, did
fall
you?
to the floor.
This was fun.
It was fun?
The princess gasps.
I don't remember her
voice
saying
an
that in
unhealthy
the demo.
rasp as her
Okay.
lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
I mean, I know for a fact it isn't, so...
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
I sure do. The Adversary. Alright. So yeah, the title does change depending on what happens.
You're
Cool.
on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
And inside that princess are a lot of organs, and inside those organs... I don't know. I don't know much about biology. This joke is dead.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
She's going to kill me again. But I already slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again?
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
Are we, though?
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine.
Oh, voice of
it
the
doesn't
stubborn.
matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning.
This is also a voice I didn't get in the demo.
That's the
I'm pretty sure I got all the endings
There's
in the
no
demo.
point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
Okay, let's assume I'm telling the truth, and why should I listen to you? Okay. I think we went through this last time, so let's just proceed.
A warning before you go any further.
Oh, here we go.
She will lie, she will cheat.
Oh, this shit
Lying
again.
and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Oh, she can absolutely cheat. Have you not heard of fighting dirty?
Are you sure about that?
The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Not really.
Crystal. Let's just get on with it already.
Oh, this guy is excited. All right, get into the cabin. How has it changed? How has it changed? I want to see how it's changed.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest.
Is she gonna be some kind of dragon
its
now?
cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar.
An altar,
with a
yeah.
pristine blade perched on its edge.
The mirror is there now.
The blade is your implement.
Okay. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. We're gonna ignore that this time.
Take the blade
We're
from
probably
the
just
altar.
gonna get a lot of the same
It would
shit
be
we got
difficult
last
to
time
slay
anyway.
the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Into the basement. Let's just go. Let's just see what the princess is like now. I'm curious.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy.
Oh, she's
and
gonna be some kind of
oppressive,
dragon now.
with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries
Or at
up the
least
stairs.
she's gonna turn into some kind of dragon.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
Oh dear.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper,
Is it
almost
though?
threatening.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
Yes! This guy loves his Amazons. I'm into it.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head.
Or your other
You
head.
need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
Fuck you, I can do both.
As you descend
Yep.
the final step,
Yep, she's a
the
dragon.
form of the princess comes into view.
Troll or ogre or
A
something.
large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
I mean, I think we all know that shackle wouldn't even hold her.
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us.
That is a confident pose.
And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
All right, bitch, let's go. I hope you heard all that, Mr. Narrator. This is a lot different than last time. But last time definitely happened. You look different.
You look exactly the same.
Thanks.
Fine. I believe you. What? What you said earlier in the woods, I believe you. You've already met the princess, and the princess has already met you. That's all the more reason to take this seriously.
Yeah?
You don't know. Whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember.
I don't believe that.
Are you okay?
No, he's fucking
Of
not.
course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
He's so upset. Just because it bothers you, I'm going to take this even less seriously. You don't know the depths of my apathy. Don't worry. I'm going to do a good job. No, you got me. Pretty much everything you just said is true. Don't worry. I'm going to do a good job.
Great. Now focus up and do it then.
I swear she's like a foot taller than she was before too, so... I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have a few things to unpack first, like how we're both still alive. I don't know what happened to you since the last time we met, but I'm not fighting a giant demon lady. Bye. I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have a few things to unpack first, like how we're even still alive.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done.
That's a little
Don't
simplified.
you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Oh, she seems very excited about
Couldn't
that
have
idea.
said it better myself.
Wow, okay. I don't know what happened to you since the last time we met, but I'm not fighting a giant demon lady. I haven't decided what I'm doing yet. I'm actually here for you, so you do remember me.
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again?
That sounds like something a lot of men have heard after a date. Except for the second part.
See? She wants to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking.
Alright, fuck it.
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult
I have a feeling
yourself
she's going to
headlong
completely
towards
fucking
the
destroy.
princess.
Did she grow more horns between scenes?
Here we go. Let's make this count.
I thought she only had 3 horns before.
Oh, we'll make it count, all right.
As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood.
Ooh!
She's unfazed by your onslaught. Her
Right across the
expression
tits,
barely
too.
changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the bed. You can
Oh,
hear the
crap, didn't mean
chains
to skip
snap
that.
as you struggle to recover from the impact.
Oh dear.
She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Because we lost, you dick. Because we suck.
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you?
Nope.
That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart.
What do you think that slash across your boobs is?
You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point? So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win. She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action.
Don't listen
Yeah?
to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
Is it? Okay, bait an opening and outmaneuver her. Let's try.
You push yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to bait an opening. You do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress. But you have little room to maneuver. For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation, each impact threatening to be the last.
This weak little dance isn't working. Just toughen up and overpower her.
Oh yeah, it's that simple, huh? Fuck you.
She's throwing us around like a ragdoll. I think overpowering her is a little out of the question.
Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place, and I own you.
Clearly.
The
Whoop!
princess's arm shoots forward, her palm wrapping around your head, fingers gripping your skull.
Ready to pop it like a fucking grape.
How disappointing.
Oh dear.
She squeezes.
Oh!
The pressure unbearable as her fingers dig into your scalp. The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of your skull, and the sickening churn of what was your grey matter.
I like that when she's all funhouse mirror like this almost looks like a little cheeky smile like, hee hee.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Indeed I do. The Eye of the Needle. This is the weirdest game and I love every second of it. Holy
On a
shit.
path in the wood. If you weren't so damned afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there.
Man, shut the fuck up.
Fear is good. Fear keeps us alive. We died because you didn't have enough of it.
Voice of the Hunted, huh?
So what? You'd have us cower in a corner?
No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room if we're going to survive. Are you suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away, that's it. Game over for everyone, yourself included.
Game over, man. Game over.
Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met.
That's a lie.
What is going on?
What's going on is that you'd only be saying the things you've been saying if you'd already been here. And
And if you'd already seen things you weren't supposed to have seen, it doesn't matter. We could go in circles forever. I don't like staying still for too long. Let's get to the cabin, see this through. It's good to know
Sounds
that
like
at
a
least one
good
of
idea.
you is still capable of reason. We may have the same destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other, and I don't trust you. Well, fortunately,
So this is just
you
the
have
voice of the
entire
paranoid,
trip through
basically.
The woods to reconsider that. There's nothing to reconsider. We're all for violence here. Are we? I haven't signed off on anything yet. Violence is the answer here, but the method is equally important to the act. You can't let her leave the cabin. It's like I said, all just circles. Instinct tells me we need space, and I trust instinct. Nothing else to say. Not for me.
We haven't talked enough about how different this place is. Yeah, okay. What if I don't agree with the plan? What if I'd rather do something else? No matter what happened next, it seems like all our answers in the cabin. What if I don't agree with the plan?
You're the chooser. The best we can do is advise. But we can help if you let us.
So is this the game telling me to, like, listen to the voices, choose one, and just go with what they say?
These are just powerless thoughts and opinions. You don't need to let them drag you and the world to ruin.
Then what are you? Alright, go to the cabin.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path.
This is getting more
staring
jagged
up
and
the hill
wild.
of the cabin. I hope you've given serious thought to your predicament. No last advice for us?
I mean,
No
what
words
thoughts?
of
No matter what I
warning?
think, it's gonna turn out to be wrong.
From what I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind. I don't know. Screaming sounds pretty good right about now. I could use a little catharsis.
The hero is just like giving up.
Catharsis is for when we're finished. For now, we need to hold it out in front of us. Something to chase.
Alright, proceed.
The interior of
What
the
the-
cabin is suffocatingly tight. More of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall. A pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right.
Yeah, no shit.
See? We have even less space than before. We need space or she'll kill us. And the only space is out there.
Yeah, I agree.
Take it!
Take the blade.
Take the blade from the altar. Good. There's no overcoming her without it. We need every part of us to survive, and that steel claw is as much a part of us as any.
Alright, approach the mirror. We don't need to have
Step
that whole
forward and
conversation again.
approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. All we see, it's a bit grimy. Why don't we wipe it clean?
Smash it. Just announce our arrival? I mean, that might lure her out.
You bring your fist crashing down
Oh,
against
well.
the door leading to the basement. It swings open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead. Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort.
I need to run back up, though.
The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I
Her
don't know about
voice,
that.
bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from
She gotta
the
be
chamber
even
below.
more muscular and badass now, because I don't think my heart can handle it.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
Go to her. Rile her up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes.
Okay. If you want to fight, then how about you come and get one?
That's not how this works. I'm all chained up, remember?
Yeah, you also
How
snapped
about
it like
you
a
come down
twig
here
last
and
time, so
fight
fuck
me?
you.
Those chains were nothing to her last
Yeah, exactly.
time. There'll be nothing to her this time. We need to show ourselves first, to make her boil over. Fine by me.
Okay.
You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you. Remember every crack and crevice. We'll need to be faster than her.
We're certainly gonna try. Let me see. Oh, Jesus! Wow, she really is becoming a dragon.
The princess, imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness. Her face widens into a broad grin.
Uh-huh.
There you are, knife in hand. How thrilling. Attack me, bleed me, twist the blade in my flesh. Break your bones against my body. I want a real challenge this time.
Okay, you're getting a little too horny for YouTube.
Can't
In
get that
quite a few
close.
ways.
She'll kill us in the tight space, steel claw or not. Make her come to us, stand beyond her chains, let her become frenzied. She'll break them. Then we run.
Sounds
I
fair.
really don't like the sound of this.
Oh, I don't
It's
like the sound of
only
any
way
of it.
we live.
Well, what are you waiting for? If we're gonna do this right, you can't be scared. You need to want this as much as I do.
I think you want this a lot.
Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
Let's talk a bit first. We can always fight when we're done. No. If you want a good fight, if you really want to see me at my best, we need somewhere with more space. Ooh, why don't you want to be free? Why do you insist on fighting me to the death down here in the dark?
This again? What does free even mean? Here and there, none of that matters. I'm always in a body. I'm always in one place. Why do you act like you know me better than I know myself?
I don't fucking know. I don't know
I
anything.
had what I wanted.
Is she getting upset?
I had something perfect and it ended.
What?
And now that it's gone, you just keep dangling it in front of me. It's more than teasing. It's cruel. It's cowardly. It's selfish.
Well, I'm making her angry.
What I want, and I'm sick of waiting.
Excuse me, I was told no means no. Oh shit, here she comes.
In her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap. Run.
Time to run.
Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance. As you near the
Holy
top,
shit.
hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rabid pursuit.
In the words of Philip J. Fry, I'm scare-roused.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
Good. You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel, the cabin door finally in sight.
Oh
What is
crap,
all
didn't
of
mean
this
to miss
for?
that.
What's
Sorry.
the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same? Little bird, little bird.
She calls me
where
a
do
bird
you think
again.
you're
What creature
going?
am I?
We're almost there.
I'm not gonna make it out, am I?
About almost. We're there when we're there. And we'll take the fight with us. Your skin
Keep running.
hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the grass.
And then you land on your knife, and everything goes dark, and you die. Holy
Glance
crap,
back
she's
in the
huge.
cabin as the princess, singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. You are walking a dangerous path. If you waver once, it's all over. So get it right.
I'm gonna try.
There's nothing left to slow me down. Do you think this is better for you? Do you think this space gives you an edge? Then show me. Show me that you've been worth all the room you've taken up in my head.
What?
Do it. Be swift, strike true, be where she's not. Let your body move you.
What does that mean? You've fallen right into my trap. Really? Fuck it, let's go for it.
You leap from the grass and bound towards the princess, keeping low.
Charging me head on. Brave and foolish.
Oh, absolutely.
Her body braces for impact, anticipating the clash. That's where you're both wrong. Left, now.
Exactly.
As the princess strikes, your body swerves to the left. She overextends, stumbling as her balance shifts unexpectedly.
Nice hair, by the way.
Strike. Before you can finish the thought, you lash out, the blade slicing through her leg. She turns to swing again. Right. You move out of the way, but this time it's not quite as clean.
Oof.
You can feel a bruise already blooming where her elbow crashed into flesh. It's nothing. A scratch. Yes.
Just a scratch.
Could be worse. And you managed to gift her another cut in return. I'll be damned. We're actually going to pull this off, aren't we?
Don't.
You just might. But don't let it get to your head. Not until it's over.
Exactly.
Yes, finally! This is the hole I felt in my heart. This is what I've needed. This is what I've been missing. This is how it always needed to end.
Whoa, easy.
Both of us giving it our
Easy.
all, beating and bleeding each other to death.
Wow. Okay.
The two of you
You're going a
engaged
little nuts,
in a
lady.
devastating flurry of blows, each of you wounding the other again and again. She's stronger, but you're faster, and the deeper the both of you
She looks
fall
almost
into your
worried here,
lethal
like,
dance, the
"Oh."
more your edge shines over hers. She's slowing down, blood pouring from wounds, splattering at her feet, leaving her weak and unsteady.
More. Keep going. We can't stop now.
You spy an
Oh.
opening, but this time she's
Oh.
waiting for you. She lets you sink the blade deep, trapping you in place long enough to wrap you in her impenetrable arms. You're slammed to the ground.
Once again, scare roused.
Nothing. These blows are nothing to us.
Untrue.
But her gambit wasn't enough to close the gap. It wasn't enough to
Oh, am
kill
I not
you.
gonna die this time?
She stares you down, coughing up a splash of blood as she gasps for breath.
Oh wait, I'm dying.
You've outplayed me, haven't you?
She's
Something
almost
feels
proud.
wrong. Something.
And? Then what happens?
Oh, here we go again. What the fuck is that? But you do not have the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It is time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. That thing reeks of death.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
Wow, the stubbornness. Crazy. It's the end for you, but not for me. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice? I wouldn't call it nice. I'll see you on the other side.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
Thanks, buddy.
I'd like to be somewhere nice.
Maybe there'll be a good fight there. Maybe we'll find her again.
Wow, the stubborn just has the biggest heart on for this whole situation, huh? Okay. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
When I found you in the long quiet alone, I was terrified. What if you had decided to let me wither? But your commitment now is final. Your ability to walk the path of mutual annihilation is vanished with your return. If you still wish to obliterate me, it will have to wait until I am complete.
So we're going through various realities, killing the princess in each one, and each version of her is used to combine into a true version of her? Is that what am I understanding this right?
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
You're not making a whole lot of sense. You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you. What do you want me to bring you next time? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be. What do you feel about me? The vessels I've been bringing to you, I've hurt them. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective.
Uh-huh.
The task of finding my vessels is your burden to carry.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do? You know the end of this. Kindness me, you have been kind to me. What? Oh, two different approaches to the same question. That's interesting. What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
That's
Do
true.
not worry. There are no wrong answers. And every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
What are your thoughts on this vessel? You don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one yearns to grow and struggle. Even now I feel a will pushing against mine, not realizing that we are one. She will make for a fierce heart.
Is this game like trying to personality analyze me or something?
Do not mourn her. We will provide her with the growth she fought for.
Okay. I'm gonna keep asking questions. So you don't have any preferences. I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are a weave of emotion at odds with themselves, but they are only perspectives. They are not me.
This music reminds me of when you're like, combining personas in the Persona game.
The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
You're not making an awful lot of sense. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Uh-huh. What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
I'm hearing a lot of cryptic bullshit. Anyway, when this is all done, do you know what we want to do? You know at the end of the... I'm not saying that. So you don't have any preferences. When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed, but in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Interesting. You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
That certainly hasn't stopped people before. So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
Alright, I'm ready to go back.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die.